Hello and welcome to the Sheffield United simulation series. And this is how this is going to work. We are going to be simulating every single game until they get, they get to a final or they do really well in a cup run. So, hopefully, it's going to be a good one. This is the starting lineup that I have created. We have Freeman on left midfield, Robinson on the right, McBurney and Sharp up top. You have to have Sharp up top for Sheffield United. He is their talisman. We have Norwood and Morrison in the centre of midfield. Left back is Osborne, right back is Baldock. In the centre of defence is O'Connell, and Jagielka is captain. Young, Henderson in goal on loan from Manchester United. So we are going to have to look at bringing in a keeper. Some other players are aging in this team, so we do need to bring in some good young talent. And here's the reserves. We have Belleon, who is a left back or a left wing back youngster in Sheffield United. He is our left midfielder. We have Holmes as a right midfielder. We have McGoldrick and Mousset up top. In midfield, we have Fleck, who is the captain, and on loan Besic from Everton, I believe. Left back is Ender Stevens. Right back is Freeman. In the centre of defence is Basham and Egan. And in goal is Verrett. So, it's going to be a tough test. We do have some very old players. Oh, you've got Jake Eastwood. I am looking at trying to get a little bit of training into Verrett, but we do need to bring in, a real good youngster. 30 years old, Chris Basham. We are going to put some of these players up for sale. Sturman, 31 years old, 69 overall. Jagielka, we'll keep him around. Gordon, I don't really think you're going to cut it. Byron or Brian, we'll keep you around. We'll give you a bit of training. Ferguson, it's not good enough. Freeman, not really, are they? Shepherd, we'll put you up for transfer. Mallon, Holmes, 32 years old, 67 overall. I think Fifa has been pretty harsh on Sheffield United here with the overalls. Okay, so some contracts are expiring, so we're going to have to deal with that as well. Callum Robinson, he was a good buy for Sheffield United. Young, 17-year-old, 51. I'll put you out on loan. Clark, 34 years old, 70 overall. I'm not selling Billy Sharp. McBurney's just come in. McGoldrick, 31 years old, 72. Has that something special? So we will see. I don't know. We'll put him up for transfer. If we get a decent offer, then we will consider selling him. But we do need to actually get on the right one here. There we go. We do need to bring in a winger, possibly a couple of defenders, a couple of young midfielders. Definitely need to bring in a goalkeeper. If Henderson does well, we could look at trying to get him as a permanent signing for Sheffield United. But yeah, we definitely need, is it a left winger? Yeah, we need a left winger, a right wing, possibly a couple of centre mids, and definitely a couple of defenders. So that is going to be a very difficult task. But let's see what they find in here. Tristan Abrahams, he's been a club for Moises Keane has just joined. Hepburn Murphy's out on loan. Harry Cornick. We'll scout you. Could be something good there from Luton. Jack Marriott, nope. Sean Maguire. We'll scout you. Oh, contract is expiring in 12 months. Okay. Harry Wilson from Bournemouth. He's there on loan. Okay, we'll remove you. So we're searching him. Don't want Muto, don't want Gale. Cordova Reed. He's there on loan, isn't he? Yeah. Vyman. Not really interested, really. Let's remove you from the report. Kodja, no. And I don't even know who that guy is. Alright, so we're going to have a look around. Hopefully find some pretty good players. So we have gone into the friendly. It is the European International Cup. The teams we are against is Sheffield Wednesday, Parma and Hellas Verona. Hopefully we can do well in that friendly cup. So youth development is a medium priority. Sign 4 players in your youth academy assigned to each of the following positions. We need a goalkeeper, defender, midfielder and a forward. That's not too bad. So it hasn't said, you know, we've got to grow them so many, which is always a good sign. Within 3 seasons, increase ticket holders with at least 10% of the stadium's capacity. That's basically a given. We can't do anything about that. Domestic success, just avoid relegation. And in the FA Cup, we need to reach the round of 32. And financial is critical. Jeez. Okay. Finish the season with a profit margin of 67.5 million. Are you kidding? And finish the season with 9 million unspent allocated funds, transfer budget and wage budget. Alright, so technically we've got about 26 million around that mark, and if we sell players then obviously we're gonna get some good money from them. But we do need to look at a youth scout. 4-star, 5-star from England. Yeah, why not? Let's go for it. And we will scout England, bring in some homegrown English talent. 9 months for any. Hopefully they bring back some corking players. So I'm going to have a scout around for a couple of players. And then we'll have a look in the transfer hub to see who I have found. Okay, so here are the list of players that I've managed to find. There is a fair amount of youngsters in here that we can help grow. So Mads Christiansen, if you do want to look at these players, then please do pause it. So Jakub Markovic, Antioli Trubin, Jadon Bogle, Steven Sessegnon, Julian Araujo, Eric McHugh, Igor Deviv, Josko Gvardiol, Zvezda Markovic, Chumi, Leif Davis, Max Lowe, Amari Bell, Jaden Lindsay, Diego Palacios, Alfie McCalmont, Noble Okello, Robbie Gotts. There is a few Leeds players here because they do bring in some very good youth players. Jared Bowen, Georgi Sitaisvili, yeah, him. Maynor Solomon, Junio Bakuna, looks a very talented player with all those traits. Could be a very good player. Daniel Adseed, Santeri Vananen, Marcus Antonio, Alex Collado, Tyrese Francois, Jamie Shackleton, Tete, Ismail Sheikh Koulibaly, Nicolas Firmino, Luciano Acosta, Efrain Alvarez, Matthews Boguts, Mason Greenwood, Emil Konradson-Side, Adam Hlozek, Sean Maguire, Harry Cornick, Ryan Edmondson, Theo Baer, Alfonso Ocampo Chavez, Ryan Reynolds, oh, is it Brian Reynolds, sorry, Vaclav Drashal, I think, Lasana Ndaye, Danilo Sican, and Antonio Marin. All very good youngsters. Just got to wait for the scout reports on all of those players. But let's get into training and let's see who we can get on some training. The strikers seem to be fine at the moment. Oh, seriously, look at this. Yeah. I'll get Brian on a bit of defensive training. There we go. Who else? O'Connell, you'll probably grow naturally, but we'll put you on a bit of training. There we are. That's on fullbacks. Osborne, yeah, why not? Sprint speed and stamina is fine. Let's just get you on defensive awareness, sliding tackles and everything like that. And goalkeepers, we want to try and get Verps up because we only have Henderson on loan. So, yeah, overall 75 keeper, and we've got him on loan. Hopefully, oh, well, look at this, an F, 2 Ds, a C and an A. That's not what we want to be seeing from the boys. But how will they get on against Parma in the international friendly? Okay, so I just did get a notification saying that Billy Sharp does have the leadership trait, so he is now captain. But how will we do in the first game in the European International Cup against Parma? And the first team come out winners with a goal from Robinson and McBurney. That's really nice to see. It's good to see teams playing well. An offer for Holmes. It is below his evaluation, but I want you out of the team. So hopefully he does agree terms with Sheffield Wednesday. And he makes his way out of the door. So next we're taking on Hellas Verona. Have we got an offer for Ferguson? Yeah, we'll just accept that. Want him out the door. And I really am hoping that our youth scout does bring back some real good British talent. Yeah, we're not selling you at all, Billy Sharp. We're going to block offers. He's a very good serviceman for Sheffield United. So how can we get on against Verona in the second game? They did draw 2-2 with Sheffield Wednesday. And we get the win. Robinson scoring the goal. And again, we're not doing too bad in this friendly cup so far. Hopefully the boys can keep it up. And that is a better training session, but O'Connell, you're letting me down. You really are letting me down. So Sheffield Wednesday is the next opponent. They see themselves in third position and Holmes has been sold. That's nice to see. So can we shut the door on Sheffield Wednesday? The two Sheffield clubs. And yes, we can. Goals from Robinson and Freeman. So we do go through. It's nice to see. So we will be taking on Mallorca. Really good to see that. So we get an extra 1 million just over for getting through, and we do have an offer, and it seems like it's a very good offer for McGoldrick from Freiburg. Yes, it is, but we will delegate, see if we can squeeze a little bit more out of him for McGoldrick. He is a good striker. It's just his age is letting him down. I know with dynamic potential, if they play well, they keep that rating. But I do want to try and bring in some good youth into this team. Okay, so a couple of scout reports have come in. Not all of them. But there is a player here that has piqued my interest. He is 16 years old and already 70 rated. Who is this kid? Czech Republic from Sparta Praha. I'm going to try and go in for him. If we do get him, you'll find out. Okay, so we did manage to bring him in. We paid 3.2 million and a 6% sell-on clause. They just would not budge on that at all. So, I think that is a very good price for that youngster, and he can play striker. At 16 years old, he's only on for £3,000 contract. An absolute bargain. So we are going to wait for some more scout reports to come through from the players. So, let's get taken on Mallorca in the semi-finals of the European International Cup. Hopefully, the boys can pull it out the bag and get a win and get to that final. Okay, so Freiburg have agreed to pay 2.85 million for McGoldrick. We will accept that offer. And we've been offered 3.2 million for Basham. I will accept that. I think that is a good offer for him. Hopefully those players can agree terms with those clubs. Okay, so the scout report for this lad, Vaclav Dushal, has just come in. 19 years old, 68 overall. He is a striker. We are looking to get rid of McGoldrick. So I think this guy could be a very, very good replacement. So we're going to try and get him. And if we do, you'll find out. Okay, so we managed to get him. We paid exactly 1 million and a 1% sell-on clause. And he's on an £8,000 contract per week for 5 years. Good to have you aboard. Here we go, taking on Mallorca in the European International Friendly Cup. Can this team get the win? Yes, they can. McBurney finding the net. That is a stunner to see. An absolute stunner. Right, so let's get O'Connell off. He's 74 rated. There just really wasn't anyone else to put on. But let's see, suggested drills. Yeah, let's get your finishing and shot power up. Osborne 72, you'll find. I just want to try and get the keeper up. And young Hlozek. How good is your dribbling? Fine. Let's get your long pass and crossing up. So how will they do? Young Brian has gone up to a 65. Verups isn't too far away from getting up to 70. And Hlozek D, Drashal D, which is to be expected. It's their first drills. So I don't really expect much else. No sign of Hlozek. Well, no. It's a friendly. So we get an extra 1.4 million into the kitty. Nice to see next in the final, which is absolutely beautiful to see. How will we do against Trabzonspor? I believe it's Trabzonspor. Let's go for it. The final in the European International Cup. Can these boys do it? Can we get the win in the final and have our first trophy? No, we can't. We go down 1-0. Look who it is, Daniel Sturridge. I didn't know we joined them. And we've got an injury to Norwood. Come on now. Don't do this to me. Okay, so we have a transfer offer here for Sheffield. We just will accept that just to get him out the door. We are not selling Egan or whatsoever. And we have an offer here for Clark. Bournemouth want him. Okay, fair on you. Go to Bournemouth. You know, I hope he does join them. Bournemouth are a very, very good team, and 8 weeks is how long Norwood's out for. That's not what we want to be hearing. Okay, so McGoldrick has agreed terms with Freiburg, sold for 2.85 million, 2 million into our budget. That is brilliant to see. But just waiting for the last couple of scout reports to come through for some of the players we're looking at. Stearman, 1.7, they've offered 1.5. Yeah, I'll accept that. I think that is a good offer for Stearman. Hopefully he agrees terms and does join them. So I believe these are the last lot of scout reports that I was waiting for. So let's go and have a look. I have filtered out all of the deadwood that just didn't have that what we needed. So we do have some good young keepers here. Christensen, I will remove you. We have an 18-year-old here. Trubin, 17 years old, 59 overall. These are on peanuts. So Trubin or Markovic. I think we are going to go for Markovic. Let's try and get a deal over the line. Okay, so we did manage to get this over the line. They would not budge on how much they wanted. Originally, they wanted 1.4 million. And I managed to get it down to just over 1 million. And he's on a $4,000 a week and a 5-year deal on a sporadic roll. We are building for the future with these players. We're doing really, really well so far. So, Marin, do we really need him now? We've got the other youngster. I don't think so, because I've been looking around YouTube, because I do watch FIFA series on other people's channels, and I've just seen that loads of people go for this guy. So for that reason, I am not going to go for him. I've never heard of him, but I am going to remove him just for that fact. And now Trubin, we don't need the goalkeeper. So we have 18-year-old Jaden Bogle. That's actually really good. So how much is he worth? 1.8 million. Is that it? Let's try and get him into the team. 18 years old, 69 overall from Derby. Let's try and bring him in to Sheffield United. Okay, so we did manage to bring Jaden Bogle in for 1.9 million, but there is a 7% sell-on clause. I don't mind that because he isn't going anywhere, and he's on 7,000 a week wages on a 5-year deal on a rotationary role. I'm really, really happy about that. And I am thinking about going for Mason Greenwood. I know everybody goes for him, but I do support Manchester United myself. And he is a very, very good upcoming youngster, I believe. There's young centre mid here, though. 17 years old, 57 overall. Shackleton, he might be a good little youngster to bring in. Adshead. Let's look. Leif Davies. Diogo Palacios. So we do need a left back. We've just brought in a right back. Let's see if we can bring in Diego Palacios. Okay, so we did manage to bring in Diego Palacios. They wouldn't sell him unless we paid his release clause of 2.2 million. But he's on 7,900 weekly wage and on a 5-year deal with a rotationary squad role. Welcome to the team. We are building for the future here, and I really am liking the look of Shackleton, the young Englishman. Can play right back as well, just in case we need that cover. So I am going to try and bring in Adshead and Shackleton. I'll see if we do get those deals over the line. Okay, so we did manage to bring in Shackleton. We paid a flat we paid 1.2 million, and he is on the same wage he was at Leeds of 8,300. And yeah, he is on a 5-year deal on a sporadic role. This youngster cost me a little bit more. They would not sell him at all unless I paid his release clause, so I did. 820,000. I know it's a big gamble, but he's English. He can play CM, CDM. He's 17 years old, and I think he's got a lot about him. He's on a 2,000 a week wage on a 5-year deal, and he has the prospect role. So we're doing really well at bringing in some players, and I now am looking. Who do we go for now? Do we need to bring in anyone else? I don't know. But it would be nice to bolster the team up. Mason Greenwood, I have noticed that everyone is bringing Mason Greenwood in, but I really do like him as a player for Manchester United. Oh dear, dear, dear. What I'll do is I'll wait and see. I don't know. I really don't know. So let's have a look at the players we've brought in. Palacios, a very, very good player. Bogle. We've got some really, really good players here. Lindstrom, Besic. I might just end his loan deal. We have got some good upcoming players. I don't really think that we would need a loaned in player. We are still yet to get rid of some of these no-faced youngsters, but hopefully we do get rid of them pretty soon. So overall, I think we have done a fantastic job to bring in the players that we have. A good bolstered team for the future. You know what, you can come straight into the first team now. That's actually really good. Okay. 74 pace, 77 pace. I don't really want to take Sharp out. That will do for now. We can always put the new boys in the reserves and see how they get on there. And so, Brian, Juchan-Holzik, Verips, handling and kick in. Let's swap that one out. And let's have a look. Need to bring in a couple of young centre-backs. Azhaz does have the potential. I want to get your passing up as quick as I can. So let's see how these get on. A D, an F, a C, a B, and a D. And Verips has gone up to 71 rated. That's actually really, really good. Oh dear. It's going to be very, very difficult to pick these teams, but we do have an offer for Bulldog. I don't really want to sell him at the moment. We do have an offer here. 1.2 million. I will accept that. Just to get Stearman out the door. And there is all the scout reports. We need a decent left midfielder. So I am going to go for Luciano Acosta. 7 million. Do I want to pay the 11? No, I don't. Let's see if I can get a deal struck. Okay, so we did get a deal over the line. We paid 7 million. He is on 22,500 weekly wage on a 5-year contract, and he wanted a crucial squad role, but he definitely will be crucial for our team. Let's get him straight into the first team lineup. Okay, so Stearman has been sold, and we've got an offer here for Ferguson. We had an offer for Sheffield. Also now got an offer for Malin. I'm just going to accept these. Hopefully they do leave the club, because they're just not going to be needed, especially with the quality of the players that we have brought in. And there is no way in hell I am selling Egan. Let's just reject all offers. We're going to be short on centre-backs as it is. I am scouting a couple of centre-backs. Hopefully we do get some decent ones. I am looking at a couple. As soon as the scout reports come back, we can just have a look at them and see how it goes. But come on, a couple more days and we will get the youth scout report. Here we go. So we do have some young talented players that we are looking at, but we do have these now. Bradley Rose, not good enough. Billy Evans. George Hughes, pretty good, but his potential is shocking. Oh, here's what we want to see, a 6'6". Charles Harrison, overall 49 to 67, potential 60 to 84, 375,000, straight in the Sheffield United youth team. Oh, and again, Jordan Thomas, a young keeper, 15 years old, 53 to 69 overall, potential 69 to 93 in the youth team. Harrison Mitchell, 5'5". Could have a little something about him. We will take a gander on him. And Ed Wright, unfortunately, isn't good enough. So let's have a look at the young defenders. And some defenders that I am looking at, because we do need to bolster the back line. So, Rob Holding, injury prone though. Wow, his weekly wage is very high. Oh wow, I expected Jack Simpson to be better than that. 67 overall and he's on 13 grand? Jeez. Okay. Twanzebe. Do we go for Twanzebe or do we go for Holding? Decisions. I am going to go for Twanzebe, but let's see if we can get a deal over the line. All I can say is wow. We paid 6.1 million for him. His wage was 45,000+ a week. He took a massive pay cut to join us here at Sheffield United. He's on 28,500. He's on a 4-year deal. He just would not take the 5, and he wanted an important squad role, which is fine by me. That is a very, very good player we've brought in, but that leaves us with 7 million in the bank. Do we try and bring in another young centre-back? Do we try and get in Jack Simpson? He does have a real player face. I do like that. Oh, there's young Zek Medley. And, is it that Kilman? What's he on? Wow, that's really expensive. Holding. I would try and get him, but we just don't have the funds. So I am going to try and get Jack Simpson over the line. It's going to be good to have the young Englishman, 67 rated, but we can give him some good training, and he does have a real player face. So let's see if we can get this over the line. There we go, another one over the line. We paid 900,000 for him. He is on a 4-year deal. Well, 5 years. But he wanted a sporadic role, and his weekly wage is 7,700. We've brought in some fantastic players for the start of this season. We have brought in Adam Hlozek. We have brought in Vlaklav Dechal. We have brought in Jakub Markovic. We have brought in Jaden Bogle, Diego Palacios, Jamie Shackleton, Daniel Adsheed, Luciano Acosta, Axel Twanzebe, and Jack Simpson. It's nice to bring in some good English talent that are coming up. So this is definitely going to be the start of something new at Sheffield United. But that is going to be the end of this episode. In the first match, they will be taking on Bournemouth away, Crystal Palace at home, Leicester City at home, and then Chelsea, the very difficult game away. If you did enjoy this series and you did like the players that we have brought into this team, then please hit that like, hit that subscribe. It definitely helps my channel out. And until then, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all very, very soon on the Sheffield United Simulation Series. See you all very, very soon.